I'm Harrison Keeley. Here's what you need to know today. First, a missing 9-year-old boy with autism has been found dead in Sale Creek. 9-year-old Timothy Wallace went missing last night. Multiple sources say his body was found near railroad tracks by Coulterville Road. He was found less than a mile from his home. His cause of death hasn't been released. We'll have more details at timesfreepress.com as they develop. 4 people were shot in Chattanooga over the weekend. Around noon Saturday, 24-year-old Thaddeus Montgomery was shot while driving in Brainerd. He's expected to survive. An hour later, 50-year-old Gary Mitchell was shot on 3rd Avenue. He's in critical condition. Saturday night, a woman arrived at a hospital with a gunshot wound. Police say her injuries are not life-threatening. Finally, last night, a man was shot on Vance Avenue. He's expected to survive as well. Anyone with information in any of the shootings is asked to call police. A Chattanooga police officer is under investigation after sources say he hosted an ABC party, anything but clothes, at the police lodge. Officer Iran Meadows allegedly held the party January 31st. Members are allowed to use the lodge for free for events like family reunions or birthday parties, but sources say this party involved felons and gang members who paid a cover charge. An on-duty officer who happened to stop by the lodge alerted authorities. Officer Meadows has been investigated by Internal Affairs 11 times during his 24 years on the force. He remains on active duty. The mom of a 5-year-old Ray County boy who was beaten and abused before he died has been sentenced. Landon Robbins was forced to drink dishwashing detergent and eat cigarette butts for punishment for not going to sleep. Now 25-year-old Jessica Robbins has pleaded guilty to facilitation of murder and child abuse. She's been sentenced to 60 years in prison. Her boyfriend Bradley Adcox is charged with first-degree murder. A trial date for him has not yet been set. Rafting on the Ocoee River faces an uncertain future. A deal with TVA to guarantee the steady flow of whitewater expires at the end of 2018, and advocates say TVA wants a lot more money for a new contract. Money that would jack up prices and put the entire local economy in jeopardy. Currently, TVA gets $1 from tickets for the Middle Ocoee and $4.50 for the Upper Ocoee. But now TVA wants closer to $9 and $11. That's an increase of nearly 800%. TVA says it's not about profit, but instead about making up for power that's lost. It says the increased rates reflect inflation and are only projections. But the Ocoee River Council says it has no negotiating power with TVA and thinks many of the outfitters will close up shop. A former Miss America has died in a train accident in Tennessee. Susan Goodman was trying to cross the tracks in her SUV near Nashville Friday. She was struck by a CSX train and died at the scene. She won the pageant in 1983. A woman in a wheelchair was struck and killed by a vehicle on Gun Barrel Road Friday night. Police say 55-year-old Rochelle Ware was in the road around 10 p.m. when the crash happened. She initially refused to go to a hospital, but later agreed and died there. The driver told police he did not see her. UTC men's basketball coach Will Wade is no longer in the running for the head position at UNC Charlotte. Wade had reportedly met with the university last week. A woman driving the wrong way on I-75 is dead after a head-on collision. It happened in McMinn County Saturday. 30-year-old Stacy Jones crashed into a vehicle carrying 2 people and a baby. The baby was the only one uninjured. Police say it appears Jones was not under the influence, but toxicology tests have been requested. Authorities have arrested a Bradley County man wanted for punching a female deputy in the face. David Ball Cadlick had been on the run for about a week. A resident spotted him near a trailer park in Meigs County on Saturday. Governor Bill Haslam is meeting with Tennessee's 4 largest school systems today, including Hamilton County. It may be his last chance to avoid a lawsuit over state education funding. It turns out Hamilton County commissioners have been underpaid for nearly 40 years. A 1975 law says commissioners in counties this size must be paid more than $25,000. But local commissioners are currently paid just over $21,000, and Hamilton commissioners make more than those in Knox and Davidson counties. Now Commissioner Greg Beck says he wants back pay. Finally, here's a last look at the Delta Queen. The riverboat floated out of Chattanooga Sunday. It's headed to New Orleans to be refurbished before returning to service in 2016. Turning to weather, today will be cloudy with a high near 67 degrees. Tonight's low will be around 46. That's it for today's news. Thanks for being with us. You can find more on these stories and breaking news all day long at timesfreepress.com.